If something goes wrong out here after you get your CDL or while you're driving a truck, dispatch doesn't lose their job. Your supervisor doesn't lose their job. The shippers and receivers don't lose their job. You're going to lose your job and possibly lose your CDL. And even if you keep your CDL, if you get too many points on what they call the CSA score, companies won't hire you. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about some things you need to look for to protect your CDL, because it's ultimately your job to protect your CDL. If you're new here, not seen me before, I'm James. I've been driving for near 30 years, and I've gone through a lot of these things that I talk about. I'm here to help new drivers, or any driver really, to increase your money and be safe about the loads you deliver. And hopefully we'll have a new generation of drivers before long that can do a lot better job than I have, hopefully. Not that I've done bad, but that's my goal, to spread what I know about this business. So a hard reality about this trucking industry, we have to deal with dispatchers, we have to deal with shippers and receivers, we have to deal with people on the road. That's part of the business. It's not like everyone's your enemy, but you have to just deal with them. The dispatch, they're not your enemy, but you have to work with them, but they're not your safety net. They're not going to have your back. Whenever you pull into a scale, you're on your own. Their job is to move freight, the dispatchers, to move freight. Your job is to get it there legally and safely. When those two get together, sometimes they clash. You ultimately have to protect your CDL and have to protect the things that you're hauling. No one at the company is going to be standing beside you when the DOT pulls you over and asks for all of your information. It's only you. So most of these issues with your CDL don't come from big accidents and things like that. For the most part, they start on the small things that you get under pressure to try to do. You're running short on hours, and dispatch is like, I need you to pick this load up and run this load, and you're like, but I don't have the hours. And they're like, it's fine, you can go do it. It'll be fine, but still, you have to work within your limitations. And if the load is late, it's not your fault. You just have to, bring them to the, turn a light bulb on for them. I don't have the hours to do it. Then sometimes you'll have loads that are too heavy. I mean, we have weight constraints that we have to go by, whether it's axle weights or, gross weights. And it depends on what state you're in and what type of setup that you're in as far as that goes. Another one, whenever they're starting to push you to do something you've never done, especially in bad weather, whether it be, summertime or springtime storms, hailstorms, tornadoes, stinking hurricanes, things like that. I've had to go opposite directions because of hurricanes before, or not go to Florida because of hurricanes, or snowstorms, ice storms, whatever. Whenever there's bad weather coming in, and dispatchers don't know everything right where you're at because they have several people to look over. You can have to remind them, hey, there's a snowstorm coming across. I may be delayed on that, so just so you know. And then if they say, yeah, that's fine, and continue on with it, get them to send you something in writing saying, yeah, it's okay, we understand there's a snowstorm. All of these companies have weather exemptions built into their contracts with these shippers, or they should have. If they don't, that's not smart. But they should have a weather exemption built into their contract, so that kind of covers them, because we can't control Mother Nature. So just be sure to inform them. Then if you get some delivery instructions or directions on where to go, and they're not safe, they have you going across an underweight bridge, they have you going across a road that is like really small, or a dirt road even. I've had that before, and I've had to go down dirt roads. but just be sure before you go across that bridge or go across that dirt road that there's not another way to get there. Call the receiver most of the time, or the shipper, and they can tell you if you're going the right direction or not most of the time. So just make sure you cover yourself before you do something that's really not going to be, or could not be, safe, and maybe even get you a big fine. I have a friend that went over an underweight bridge, and he was empty, and it was still underweight for him being empty, and I think his ticket was $7,000. So just cover yourself on that. Out of all of these things, whenever the dispatcher comes back at you and they say, well, just do the best you can, don't read anything into that, just what they said. A lot of people take that as little pressure to push yourself or what have you. I don't. Whenever they say do the best you can, I say, well, that's what I always do, and move on. Just literally do the best you can. If you have to pull over for any reason or do something that delays the load to get it there safely, just do it. Just be safe about everything and legal. The biggest thing that new drivers is trusting verbal instructions from different people. Doesn't matter. Like I said, dispatchers, shippers, receivers, what have you. If you think it may be questionable, get it in writing. Whenever they say, oh, it's a little heavy, oh, it's fine, just go ahead and run that. No, you don't go ahead and run that. That's on you. Whenever you get a ticket, you're going to pay the ticket, plus you're going to get points on your CSA, and which the company does also. But it ultimately is your decision to run that load overweight, and some companies even fine you through the company for that. So be sure to the verbal, it doesn't go. If they want to say, oh, we'll take care of it, we'll take care of the ticket, if you get an overweight ticket or, whatever kind of ticket, or, you run over your only hours, oh, we'll take care of it. They're not going to take care of the points that's on your license or the points that go on your CSA score and other things that may impact that other than just the monetary ticket. They can't take care of all of that. And they're not going to be there whenever that DOT cop asks for your driver's license and your bill ladings and your CDL, and then they give you the ticket. So plain and simple, if it's not safe and it's not legal and it's not documented, it's on you. You're the one that decides to do it or not to do it. So in a lot of cases, I'll just tell them no in different way. We'll get into that later in a different video. Protecting your CDL, it's not about being difficult. It's about being professional with your driver, manager, or dispatcher, or whatever they're called in your company. You have to ask them questions and then tell them reasons, well, I don't know if this is going to work for this reason or that reason or what have you. And then whenever they push for you to keep going, then you get it in writing, everything in writing, and that way you have yourself covered. And then you have, I guess you could say, a leg to stand on whenever you say, I'm not going to do this. Whenever you refuse work like that, you're not refusing work, you're protecting your CDL, because if it's not legal, not safe, it's on you. And then you could be not have a job whenever it all comes down to it. Being professional doesn't make you difficult. It makes you reliable, because once you start telling them reasons why you cannot deliver loads on time or why that's not going to work, then whenever they send you the next load, and then you just accept it and then go deliver it on time, and then another one and you go deliver it on time and continue on like that. And then whenever there's one you can't deliver on time, you tell them, hey, I can't do this. Then they understand that if he accepts it and goes delivers it on time, whenever you accept the next one, they know you're going to be there on time. So therefore, they're going to give you more loads and more miles. And that equates to more money. And that's why we're all here, for the most part, is money, to provide for ourselves and our families and things. And, hopefully have a life outside of trucking. Trucking's can be difficult at times, but it's not the worst job that I've ever seen. It's pretty good. So once you stop letting dispatch or thinking dispatch is going to protect you, and you start protecting yourself and looking after your driver's license, your CDL, your truck, your well-being, your stress level is going to go down. Your confidence is going to go up. You're going to be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing, and now they know what I'm doing. And people are going to start respecting you, how you operate even more. So in the next video, I'm going to explain how to say no in the right way without losing your job or burning bridges and things like that, because protecting your CDL is one step. Learning how to say no to protect your CDL goes right along with it. So if you enjoy this, if you need more videos like this, subscribe, click your notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and have an awesome day.